three. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know you for a long time. We're friends, but I'm so surprised and so proud to have you here today. And I know you're in such a great event, and you introduce yourself to our Chinese audience. You are the president. I know you are a very important woman in the very active in the UN. I know you and your husband are very nice person. And then your position is as a president for the International Federal Peace and Sustainable Development. So let's just have a study here to say something about how she developed this event. And for me, I really think today is great. You know, everybody has their very good speech regarding to empowerment of women. So what do you have to say?
Okay. Well, I am Sally Cater, and I am a diplomat at the United Nations. My husband is also a diplomat at the United Nations.
So.
And he has served under 5 Secretary Generals,
wow,
including Ban Ki-moon and hopefully the new SCG.
Right.
And I also am the president of the International Federation for Peace and Sustainable Development. We are in 5 continents around the world, and we are about in 18 countries. We are at every United Nations headquarters around the globe.
Right.
So we have people that work with us and for us, and everyone is to promote peace.
Yes.
We bring culture together, diversity together, religions together, and we empower women to do work and to help build a better future and a better family. And we empower youth and to eradicate poverty. And this is all the SDG of the United Nations.
Right.
And so
Sustainable Development Goals. So,
yes.
Okay.
And now, sadly, that Mrs. Ban Ki-moon is leaving us because Ban Ki-moon's term is finished for 2 terms.
I heard when you were made the speech, you were a little bit emotional even.
Yes.
So you're very attached to her.
I am, because we have been friends for the past 10 years. She has opened many of my events at the United Nations with the opening speech, opening remark, and about several subjects, and it's all about women empowerment. So she and I have a special bond, a special friendship, and she invited us also to her home and gave me a beautiful gift that I will always cherish.
Wow.
So her friendship to us is valuable because she has a great heart, and this is what we're looking around for leaders.
Very
if you are talking too much and not doing, it doesn't work.
Right.
So we need that human touch.
Right. So tell us about your future plans and the UN. Do you have any other events and
We have a lot of events every year, and I just came back from China.
Oh.
And we did a major initiative for women empowerment, and we were at Hunfu, which is a town of Confucius.
Oh, wow.
And,
you're digging the Chinese culture.
And so I spoke there, and I spoke also another place about the family and motherhood. And I spoke about diversity and another one. And so we're very involved. Next year, of course, we have breakfast with the President of the United States, the new president, in Washington. We do that every year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a major event that's coming up in March for women. We have 2 events. And then we have another event about history, archaeology, and the preservation of culture. So we're busy people. We're very busy.
Wow, we really appreciate your contribution to the cultural like you said, you just been back to China, so we really appreciate your contribution to the Chinese culture and the development. And let's enjoy Sally's event and make the world better.
Thank you, and
Thank you
I
very
will
much.
definitely invite you.
Thank you for your interview today. Thank you, Sally. Get a photo of you together. Thank you. It's already done. No, forget about it. Just some words for me, please. I'm really admire you. So I'm young. I wanted to, just be more successful. Yeah, you're my model. So
So humbled by
yeah, that's
nice
okay.
this morning in the General Assembly hall.
Okay.
I got many recognitions from the representatives.
Yeah, I know.
Humbled
Yes.
and honored.
Yeah, I'm an Asian woman. I understand that.
Many unique experiences
Yes. And
in New York and around the world.
oh, okay. So being humble actually has a massive power to reach to better actually is helping you better in some way to deal with people and also for your own life. Humble is better. And I really agree with that and thank you so
I
much.
wish you good success, big success in your career.
Yeah,
You are
well,
young and still you should do more
yeah, I work very hard.
for your
Hopefully,
country, for your neighbors, for your community,
yeah.
whole global society.
Yeah, I know your husband also knows calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy, and he speaks great Chinese too.
We learned Chinese character.
I really admire that, so wow. So you learn Chinese too?
I learned Chinese character in my middle school days.
Wow.
But almost I forgot.
Yeah.
I remember some. I know the meaning. And I started calligraphy with my husband.
Oh, really?
I enjoy writing calligraphy.
Oh.
It's kind of a meditation, calligraphy. Calligraphy. While
yeah.
writing calligraphy,
Yeah.
it's kind of a meditation.
So your husband is very good on calligraphy, and so did
Makes
you.
me, calm and peaceful, concentration.
But I'm sorry.
Okay.
Especially that today we're celebrating women and honoring the grand lady, Mrs. Van Sunther. I wish you all happy holidays and hopefully a peaceful and prosperous New Year. God bless you all. Thank you.
So, dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being in this, our fourth event of the season. We are grateful for you all to come to do a tribute to Mrs. Van, someone that has been so special and amazing with everyone and everything that she has dedicated in this 10 years of public service. So now, for starters, I will give the microphone to Mrs. Van so that she can say some words to you. Thank you so much.
Sophia and Faika, thank you. And the executive board for preparing and hosting this event today. I'm extremely honored that you have organized this gathering with such distinguished speakers. I really cannot believe it is time to say goodbye.
I feel so very fortunate for the great community. Many friendships we have developed over the years. The Women's International Forum has been a central and important part of my time in New York. I have learned so much and feel that through these lectures, the world comes a bit closer to all of us. In sharing the unique experience this forum offers, I have felt our bonds of friendship strengthen. It has been my privilege to serve as your patron for the past 10 years. I am proud to support your work that helps us all to learn, exchange ideas, and grow as community.
Now we will proceed with this beginning of the event where our panelists tell us a little bit how had it been to be a woman in diplomacy, their challenges. Please, Christina, tell us how is your experience? How about your experience?
Thank you very much. But if you allow me, before saying a couple of words on the question, I would like just to pay tribute to Mrs. Van, since I am the first one that I am given the floor. You are right, Mrs. Van, the ladies here and the gentlemen definitely did a lot of work in ensuring that those that took the floor did what they did, which is pay tribute to your husband, to you. But absolutely every word, I'm sure it was so sincere that it comes from the bottom of their hearts and our hearts. Myself, I can only say two things. You have been such a great supporter of the causes of the United Nations, and with respect to the Department of Public Information and Communication, you have always been present, you have always been engaged, and you have always promoted the United Nations actions, activities, and policies. Just now, looking at you and seeing that you are wearing the Sustainable Development pin, it is so moving. So I've seen you dumping water from wells in Ethiopia. I've seen you with kings and queens and princesses, and I've seen you with the most deprived people of the world. And your not only dignified manner, the manner in which you have engaged with all these actors is an extraordinary lesson to all of us. So thanks again. The manner you have led our activities to promote the support for disabled people. Autism Day, you have always been present. So I don't think we have ever had such a stronger supporter in the Department of Public Information than yourselves. Thank you very much. A couple of words about the question on what does it take to advance. I think it takes a lot of work, and I can only say again, a lot of work, a lot of effort. Second, it takes working very closely with our partners. I think the work that we do cannot be realized in the manner we realize in most of our cases without having a very committed and supportive partner. At least this is my case, and I can only be grateful for the type of relationship of support that in that case my husband has. And third, I think we have to help each other more. I think this is an absolute area in which, when we have seen that women are able to create networks of support, we see advancement and we see progress. It was so fantastic to see that the role of women in senior positions have advanced during Secretary General Band at the United Nations, and it's going to continue advancing and reaching records during the tenure of Secretary General Guterres. So we need definitely to continue very attached to our families, getting all the support we can from our partners, and we need the structures to be also able to deliver in a manner that these difficulties are easier to be handled. Thank you.
Excellency Raimonda.
Thank you. I'm a little bit humbled to be here, I think, on this particular occasion, because we all know that Mrs. Ban has been such a wonderful envoy of her own country, an envoy to the world, but also of the wonderful causes that Mr. Ban and Mrs. Ban together have promoted during the tenure of 10 years, including the advancement of women, women's rights, girls' education. The focus on gender and women's rights in particular has been really a standard-bearing, undertaking of these 10 years. The reality we work in certainly is not as we wish yet, not what we'd like to see. If you look at the numbers of women ambassadors at the UN, these numbers cannot climb above 40. If you look at the presence of the General Assembly, we have 3 out of 71. There was this whole movement this year about the woman SG, and yet we're not there yet. At the same time, ideally, I think, as somebody who believes in my own profession and inequality, I would very much like to see a time when we don't have to advocate for a woman SG or a woman in any other position, because I believe in meritocracy, basically. I think if we're good, we have to be taken for the goodness that we have, for the professionalism, for the qualities that we bring in, not for the gender. In a way, for me personally, although it's a little bit contrary to the general trend to say that it's time for a woman SG, I found it a little bit uncomfortable for my own skin, because I think there is a time for a woman SG every single time there is an election. Like there is a time for a woman general manager or director or ambassador every time one should be elected based on merit, based on the qualities. We're not there. At the same time, we're not there yet. At the same time, I think at the UN, the few women ambassadors who are working here are very seasoned, are the best of the best, because they've had it much harder to get to the top. You have to overcome so many more obstacles, as well as prejudices and stereotypical perceptions of what a woman is or who a woman should be. That to get to that point and to be able to represent your country, you really know you've been through thick and thin, and getting there is a particular privilege, I think, for all of us.
Now I give the microphone to Sonia. Please tell us a little bit.
Thank you, Sofia. What a privilege to be part of this amazing group of ladies. I was yesterday during my daily walk at the Central Park thinking about what I was going to say today. And the first thing that I want is to express our immense gratitude, Mrs. Ban, on behalf of the group of women that we are here, the board and all the members. I know that Sofia is going to say something more about that, but I thought that you also are a wife of diplomat, so you fully understand how important for us is be connected with the issues of the United Nations. Thank you for that. And also I was thinking about what really be a wife of diplomat means. And I see here that there are many of my friends that have lived to the same experience that I have. But I wanted to share maybe a couple of anecdotes about our life. My family has been traveling for 32 years around the world. And we lived in 6 different cities. However, every Sunday we speak through Skype with my daughter who lives in Barcelona now, and with my son who lives in Denver, Colorado. We keep us united as always. And very early when I was young, wife of diplomat, someone told me that because diplomat families don't have always houses, the same house, so our strength has to come from our very strong family ties.
Give the microphone to Malini, and also before passing the microphone to Malini, I want to say thank you to Malini because today is her last event in WIF, and she has been truly such a wonderful member, board. She has so much wisdom. She is someone really, really remarkable, and I wanted to say that before giving her the microphone.
Thank you, Sophia, and I think I should say that I am very, very honored to be among such eminent people here on the panel. I am just a homemaker. That's all I know to do. Before I start, I am reminded of a quote of one of our spiritual teachers, who said that what you meet in life is destiny. How you meet it is free will. So destiny takes different turns in your life, and it's entirely up to you to face it, to deal with it, and make the best out of it. So what I'm going to do is to tell you my story and to tell you how I dealt with this diplomatic life, which looks very glamorous from outside, but those who are in it, they are the only ones who know the real story.
Now we have an open microphone. Please, who wants to share their experience as a woman in diplomacy, please raise your hand. We're going to approach you with a microphone.
First of all, thank you all for being here, and the biggest thank is for Mrs. Brown. I have a long history. Since you came 10 years ago, we've known each other, we've been friends. I have some pictures of the both of us. In the first 2007, where I know I look better than you look the same, but it's a great picture with singing on the General Assembly stage, and I've cherished that pictures. Since then, of course, I had an organization for peace. My husband has served under 5 Secretary Generals at the UN, but I have invited Mrs. Bayan to come and speak at many of my events that we've done about women issues, being it for trafficking, violence against women, empowerment of women. We've invited several keynote speakers and the First Ladies. And you have graciously have opened and spoken at several of our events at the United Nations. I can never forget that.
You must be wondering what I am playing. This is an instrument called harmonium, very much like piano accordion, but played only with one hand and the other presses the bellows. I'll start with a chant in Sanskrit, which is our very ancient language. What it basically says is, lead us from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, and from death to immortality. Peace be on all of us. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma talks about life. Life is a strange story. We don't know where it starts, where it ends, where are our destinations. We don't know. Why is there smoke with flame? Am I dreaming or have I woken up from a dream? So it goes on like that. It's a kind of love song, but I think it's too pessimistic to be a love song. It's more about life. अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम। अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम। ये रोशनी के साथ क्यों धुआं उठा चराग से, ये रोशनी के साथ क्यों धुआं उठा चराग से, ये ख्वाब देखती हूँ मैं कि जब पड़ी हूँ ख्वाब से। अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम। मुबारके तुम्हें कि तुम किसी के नूर हो गए, मुबारकी तुम्हें कि तुम किसी के नूर हो गए, किसी के इतने पास हो कि सबसे दूर हो गए। अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम। अजीब दास्तां है ये।
Beautiful, Marini. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. And also thank you to all the ladies that have helped us today in this panel, sharing their experience. Mrs. Ban, thank you again. Christina, thank you so much. Ambassador, thank you so much. Sonia and Malini, and thank you to all of you that have come this day to tribute Mrs. Ban, someone that has been amazing. Now I would like to ask the board to please bring the flowers to say thank you for their help.
Sorry, I'm like lost myself. A quick picture with you. Sorry, ma'am. Thank you. Got a bit of picture. Thank you so much. I want to congratulate you.